Let's talk about what needs to happen going forward on this tank to bring everything together. I really need to get all of the equipment established and ready to go for this tank, so when everything gets put in, when I need to do the aquascape, basically can hit, plug everything in and get it going so that day one it is as automated as possible and I don't have to do a ton of work other than, building the system, upgrading it, and really, progressing with the tank. I don't have to do a ton of maintenance. Now, for me, I hate lifting buckets. Like, it literally pains me to lift a bucket and move it around. I think it's the dumbest use of time and energy anybody, I'm sorry if you do this. If you do this, you probably understand my plight. I hate lifting buckets and carrying them throughout the house. You get the floors wet, and then your wife's mad at you, and it's just, hate moving buckets. Anyways, so what I need is an auto water change system with this tank so that I don't have to lift those buckets as often. Now, with my 300-gallon system, I actually have it hooked up so that it can do automatic water changes. I have a 100-gallon tub in the mixing station in the laundry room, and it's full of salt water. So I can draw from that anytime I want to and put that salt water here close to the tank so that it can draw water for the auto water change. I also need a place for the wastewater to go. And then I also need a reservoir for fresh water for auto top-offs. So it's really important that I have this space, but I also have to have the equipment to do that and automate that process for me. So what I did was I bought the Auto Aqua Smart AWC Touch. So AWC stands for automatic water change. But it doesn't only do the automatic water change, it also does the auto top off for you. Now this is mainly meant for smaller systems. You could probably get away with like a 50-gallon tank and it being able to manage it for you. Maybe even a 90-gallon. But I would say anything more than that, you're going to need something more robust to be able to take care of auto water changes for you. Because this does run off of very small pumps. Now they do work quite well. I've tested them, but they are really small. To give you an example, this is how small the pump is for this water change system. It's very tiny. It does move some water, and I'm able to get about 4 or 5 feet of head. I think it would probably go. So you're not going to get a ton of height on it, but it will move. It will move some water for you. Don't expect it to do it really fast though. So I need to also tell you guys where this water is going to be stored. Obviously, this is in the office, and it's a pretty open concept desk if you've seen it in some further out shots. So what I did is I went to Petco, $1 per gallon sale, 10-gallon tanks. I bought 3 of them, $30. There they go. That's where they're gonna sit. But Cody, it's so ugly. Yeah, it is right now. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna build a bench, or kind of like a box that's gonna go around it and hide it. And on the top, it'll have a cushion. You'll be able to sit here and read or whatever, because it's the office and people read. This is gonna be a great system for me. I'm really excited about having automatic water changes on it. So if you guys are interested in picking this up for your system, I highly recommend automating as much as you possibly can. So I'm going to drop the link in the description below so that you can check out where to get this and how much it is and all the deets on it. Enough of that. So we're going to get that hooked up. I've also got to get the power head for the tank. And I think I'm going to go with the Tunzi Nano Stream. I'm also looking into like the pucks. I haven't made up my mind. There's so many options out there. Maybe you guys can help me again. I know you guys have done that before, but again, drop it in the comments below so that you can kind of help me and persuade me my decision on what I should go with. Keep in mind, this is only 10 gallons, so it's really small, and you know, a small power head is going to do a pretty good trick. Something to note for you guys, I will not be putting sand in this tank. It's going to be an SPS dominant tank. I don't want to commit to only, although I think that's the way I want to go, but it will be a SPS dominant tank, saying I'm going to go ahead and say at least 85, maybe 90% SPS in this tank. So I'm going to do a bare bottom, which is something I've never done before, and I'm really excited to explore that with this system. Let's talk about one more piece of tech that's going to go on this tank. I asked you guys what heater you would recommend that I use on this tank, and I told you that I was thinking about utilizing the Cobalt Aquatics Neotherm, and I'm happy to say that I've ordered it and it's on its way. I actually didn't go through Marine Depot on this one, although I love those guys. But I did go through on my local fish store, so I do gotta say, you know, if you got a local fish store, it doesn't hurt to, you know, give them some, give them some love every now and then. Local fish store. Anyways, guy gave me some credit for those frags that I cut a while back. You can check out the video for it right up here. No, wait, this side. It's over here. No, here. Yeah, okay. And so it's straight up trade. I've got the 50-watt Neotherm coming in soon, so that should be here within a week or so. All right, so if you liked the video, give it a huge thumbs up. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks so much for for being a part of the Real Reefing fam, being a part of this process with me. I'm glad to have you along for the ride. Subscribe if you haven't already done so, or if you're new to this channel. You know, there's tons of new content coming at you every single Friday at the very least. You get to follow along with this. You get to, get some insights into some products that maybe you might want to feature on your own tanks, and see my own failures, and possibly maybe even a little bit of tiny successes in between. So, signing off, y'all. Stay salty, keep it real. Y'all know what it is. Peace!